Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be talking about the circumference of circles. So similar to these problems that you see up on the screen. Just a reminder, this is the normal version. If you'd like the speedrun version where we go through it pretty quickly, I will link that in the description below. Okay, your Ricasso Recap starts now. In 30 seconds or less, here's what you need to know before you start this lesson. Firstly, you should already be familiar with circle vocabulary such as the radius and the diameter and the things like that. Secondly, you should already know how to solve one-step equations. And lastly, you should already know how to round decimals. If you would like a refresher on either of these three topics, I will link videos in the description below. Please go watch that before you start this lesson. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. It says the radius of a circle is 4 yards. What is the circle's circumference? All right, circumference just means that you're trying to find the distance around the outside of the circle, the outside edge of the circle. So there are two formulas for that. One, c equals 2 times pi times the radius r. Or the other formula is c equals pi times the diameter. So they give us the radius. So let's use the formula with the radius. So we know that circumference is going to be equal to 2 times pi times the radius, which is 4. And for this lesson, we're going to use 3.14 for pi. We're going to use an exact value. So this is going to be c equals 2 times 3.14 times 4. And be careful with this pi symbol 3.14. I want you to use 3.14 exactly, because if you use the pi symbol on a calculator or a longer version, it might throw off your answer. So for this one, we're going to use 3.14. So it says c equals, and then you can multiply these three numbers by hand in your head with a calculator. But when you do that, you should get 25.12, and this is in yards. 25.12 yards, final answer. And it said round to the nearest hundredth, so we are good to go. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem here is the work. You should have gotten 18.84 kilometers. And for the second problem here is the work. You actually get the same answer of 18.84, except in this problem it is in miles. Now for this problem, they tell us the circumference of a circle is 56.25 feet. That's the circumference. What is the circle's radius? Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. So in this one, they give you the circumference. This is kind of backwards, right? They give you the circumference. They want you to find the radius. So let's write our formula. We know that the circumference is equal to 2 times pi times the radius. We know the circumference is 56.52. They told us that. 56.52 equals 2 times, we know what pi is. That's 3.14. And we don't know what the radius is, so we're going to leave it as just an r. Well, now we can simplify a little bit. 56.25 equals 2 times 3.14 is 6.28 times r. And now we're just solving an equation. We should know how to do that. And I've just realized that I've made a small mistake here. I don't know. Somehow I went from 5.2 to 2.5 in the next line. So let's fix this. This should have been 5.2. And when you do the division, you get r equals 9. And this is your final answer. This would be 9 feet. 9 feet. All right, time to practice. Go ahead and pause the video, try these two on your own. When you're ready, unpause, and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem here is the work. Your final answer should have been r equals 2. And for the second problem here is the work. You should have gotten the diameter is equal to 36. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.